God has made a promise with Abraham and with us also. Now, if we have been so ignorant and forgetful about the promise of God for us, may God have mercy on us and help us. Listen, many people or Christians only take the promise of God as one part of their Christian belief. But if you look at the story of Abraham, the life of Abraham, God built his relationship with Abraham based solely on that promise. And throughout Abraham's life, God constantly reinforced that promise to him, constantly and consistently, and with more clarity each time, especially during the times when he failed, when he was afraid, or times like this when he suffered pain and loss and disappointment. God always consoled him, composed him, and strengthened him through the promise. Do you realize that? Always. So if you have read from Romans, which I preached about recently, if you know that the relational ties between God and Abraham was never broken. Why? Because it was built on a promise, not the law. It was the promise of God, not the law. Not the conduct of Abraham. Not because Abraham did so well, he was so obedient, he lived up to certain standards, so he was deemed fit for the promise. No, not that. The Lord blessed Abraham with the promise. What did the Bible say? Abraham believed and it was credited to him as righteousness. Full stop. It was never based on the law. Never. So simple. He believes and God credited it to him. There was no condition. No condition, not even obedience as a prerequisite. Now you get this right first. Abraham's submission and obedience comes solely through believing the promise. He believes, that's why he obeyed and submit. He didn't earn the promise through his submission. You get what I'm trying to say? The promise was given out based on the sovereign grace of God. Given to him, bestowed on him, through what? Through the sovereign grace of God. Nothing about him. Humility, good conduct, living up to certain standards. No. That comes after he believed the promise. You get what I mean? Now that's very important. That is one of the main truths in Christianity when we say justification by faith.